This is a Headgum original.
So no idea. Forever. Are you staying over there?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, he does that sometimes.
Wild. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why is this a good idea?
Why does it sound like an evil wedding march?
What's that?
Why does it sound like an evil
It's
wedding
a
march?
Halloween wedding. Is my microphone on?
Yeah, let's just.
Yeah, you can hear.
Is my microphone
Is
on?
my microphone on? Look at them.
Inside.
Usually there's silence during the processional, right?
Oh,
During the
yeah.
wedding march.
I don't really know. Is there?
Where did you find this?
What's that?
Where did you find this?
This is on YouTube. It says a wedding march, sort
Turn
of.
it down if
Turn
you
it
can't
up?
hear us. Turn it down if you can't hear us. That's great. Much better, right? How long did you want that to last?
I didn't want it to last any amount of time. There's 30 seconds left in the song.
Okay,
if that's what you're
feedback.
asking.
Are you guys getting
There's feedback
in
for
the mic?
sure.
Yeah,
What is that
hearing a
coming
buzz?
Yeah, kind of a buzz.
We should use this for when you walk down the aisle.
The buzz.
The buzz.
Oh.
Love it.
There you go.
Wow.
I mean, what a special week, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys will always remember this, especially Casey.
Yeah, for sure.
Specialist week of your life.
Yeah.
Most special.
Yeah.
How are we feeling? I mean, we should say that this is the prenuptial Headgum podcast episode because the last of us to get married, Amir and Avital.
The last one. You're
Are
not
you
married.
guys married?
Well, I
I'm
don't
not-
think
I'm
we
not
plan on
married.
it. Yeah.
No.
There's no. You don't have anything planned
I haven't even met anybody.
Oh.
ever.
I've never met anyone.
So
Hi.
obviously,
I'm
you guys are the
Avital.
only
Hi,
ones.
Avital.
Oh my
Nice to
God.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
A thruple.
Whoa, should we?
I'm kind of emotional.
Thank you.
At the thought of like you guys not being bachelors anymore, right? How does that feel? Did you guys? Sorry,
Bad.
just let me finish.
Bad.
It feels bad.
We weren't bachelors. We were in a relationship.
Well,
What?
It's not like we were single up until this day.
To this day, yeah, exactly right. Actually,
we
you
can do
still
whatever
are
we
until
want
Saturday.
till-
Exactly.
yeah.
That's what a bachelor party is for.
We've had a very
bachelorette party.
closed relationship.
Well.
One way closed. One way.
Whether or not the relationship is closed, two sets of legs aren't. Am I right?
Meaning?
Meaning sexual experimentation, enjoying each other's bodies, transcending through somatic healing. Does that make sense?
Somatic?
What's that?
Transcending through somatic healing. What's wrong with you?
God, you don't listen.
Let me see that rock, girl.
It's just the engagement ring.
That's just the engagement ring. That's the most important ring.
It's been there for months and months. It's
I
not
didn't
like
notice.
an exciting new
When
thing.
did you? Well, let's fucking Casey.
Yeah.
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're smiling in a way that I've never seen you smile before.
I just love.
Casey's crying.
Beautiful.
It's a very Halloween.
It's a very hollow
wedding.
ring.
Whoa.
So
What is that?
fast.
12 carats?
It's not a diamond.
Yeah, it's a moonstone.
Is that your birthstone?
No, not even.
Fuck. I don't know anything about how these things go.
We just I
Something
thought it was
borrowed.
pretty. Sorry. Fuck.
You
Okay.
always feel like we're cutting you off. That's just how a normal conversation is with you.
With you.
Don't repeat. Just listen.
I had, Casey will appreciate this. First of all, Casey, we should say that you just sold a script, right?
Congratulations.
Wow.
Well, okay, let's not.
To Jeffrey or
No, I went to film school.
Yeah, I sold it to Geoff.
Wow. $4.
I overspent. The script is barely formatted, let alone good. No,
an
I went
email.
to, what's that?
It was an email.
You said
He
I
bought
always
the
act like you
email.
guys are cutting me off.
You do.
What was that?
You don't have to yell, "What's that?" every time someone talks. Is all. What's the script?
I don't want to get into it right now.
Yeah,
Now's not
that's-
the time for
That's
this.
sort of the log line of the
in
show.
a way, we're getting married, but you've given birth, and that's bigger.
That's a bigger deal because you
Wow.
brought new life into this
Yeah.
world. Not only just one life, but how many characters?
Yeah, lots of lives.
There's two main characters, two
Oh.
supporting characters.
4 lives.
Well, you
Yeah,
got
4
three.
lives.
You got
I've
3 kind of
created.
actors in here. I don't know if what
You've got
do
2
is-
actors and then
Interesting.
Amir.
I am an
He's
actor.
actually a very good actor. He
I'm
just
actually
doesn't like
really
to do
good
it.
actor,
He
yeah.
doesn't like it. No.
Yeah.
That's
Avital
cooler.
is
That's so
already
much cooler to
supporting you.
have the talent, but not
Through
want
thick
to.
and
Yeah.
thin.
Yeah.
That's your chest and your ankles.
Actually, well, this is maybe too earnest, but you should feel special because he acts in things that you write, and he will not do it for a lot of people.
I do
Wow.
act in things.
So-
Oh, like
yeah,
Headgum sketches.
yeah. I mean, granted, it's for Headgum
Yeah.
sort of force.
I have a
But
very narrow wheelhouse that only Jeffrey can write for.
I'm right next to you.
Yeah, but you make me feel vulnerable, and the acting is kind of hard for me. Jeff just yells like different snack ideas, and
Oh,
I have
that's
to yell.
good.
back.
David?
Exactly.
Sorry, just 1 second. Gotta get the claps in.
Make me feel vulnerable. It's beautiful.
Proposal story, or how did it happen?
Doesn't quite matter right now. We're looking
What's that?
forward towards
No, it
the-
does. This is the time that you kind of tell about, like, did he surprise you on a scavenger hunt? Did he draw a bath / butter?
I do draw a lot of bats for her. So
Well,
it's-
you were saying that he draws a lot of hard lines in the sand out of nowhere.
When did I say that?
I think it was at a live show last fall.
Like, what would be an example of a hard line that I would describe him drawing?
So it would be like, let's figure out, how we're gonna divvy up chores. And then he's like, I will not do the kitchen. And you're
Mhm.
like, okay, like
That's exactly
fine. I guess I'll do the kitchen and you can do the bathrooms. That seems worse. And then he's like over the moon
Yeah.
to do the
You
bathrooms.
don't
That's a
know
hard
us at
line.
all.
That he draws. Another one is no cheating on me. It's like
Yeah.
so
Yeah, you got to be more flexible.
Not really.
Really?
So,
No cheating on me. That's what I
None.
say. Like I'm training a dog.
no.
Hey.
Well, you
Snapping
you
while
brought a
she's kissing
spritz bottle
somebody
into the
else.
office. I'm
Yeah.
wondering if that's also part of it.
That's more kinky.
When
No,
you're
I was
at
gonna say
the
it's
club.
king. You guys were the Erewhon couple in Silver Lake in COVID.
What's that?
What is that?
Casey knows what I'm
I
talking
have
about.
no idea what you're talking about.
I'm an island. I'm an island man today. It went viral on Twitter. Sorry, X.
Oh, the
Woman
that was
leading a man
walking
on a
the
leash,
dog
yeah.
Into an arrow.
Well, that went viral
Oh.
on Twitter, not X.
yeah, 'cause
Right.
It was 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
that's true.
Did you see that? A guy was in
No.
like a full leather dog costume, and a dominatrix was like walking him into Erewhon.
Wow. You're
Why do you
applauding
assume
that
she was a
behavior.
dominatrix? Because of what she was wearing and doing?
Yeah,
You can't put people into boxes like that anymore.
Yeah.
It's 2023.
it could have been just an orthodontist walking a human dog. It didn't have to be a dominatrix, I guess.
And how do you know it was a dog and not a donkey
it was
or
a
a
man
horse?
barking like an animal?
Okay. Well, not all animals are the same.
Men can have rabies.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
I guess if they get bitten by a dog.
Or a bat,
a horse.
a rabid horse,
Exactly
as
right.
are wont to walk around.
We're getting too far away from the field.
You're right. How did you
I like it.
propose?
I proposed in Santa Monica on a beach.
Will Rogers or sorry, the key to storytelling is specificity, universality through specificity.
The
Go on.
reason we're leaving out details is because I don't want you and everyone in mind to know.
Mm.
But it's already in the past, like you've been getting mad. I'm sorry, I would never do this to you, Avital, but I've been bleeping it for that reason. But I've been like doxing the wedding details on the show for months, and you keep getting really angry. You're like, you have to cut that out. You're saying you can't release that detail.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of like the gun epidemic in this country or what,
It's
or if it's just
general
strangers
safety,
showing
not
up.
necessarily, yeah.
But it's all been cut out because it's in the future, right?
Okay.
But this episode doesn't come out till after the wedding, so we can say
Is that true?
October
what episode
15th.
comes out Friday?
Oh, you know what? It's this one. But this all being said, this was in the past, which means it's already been sealed in
Yeah.
wax, right?
But this episode comes out before the wedding.
We'll get to that. I'm just saying proposal. We're focused on the matter at hand. Maybe this is the episode we do the ticker. You were saying like like the first take ticker,
Yeah,
where it's like
PTI style. What's talking about now? What's coming up?
exactly, and what was just spoken of, so that we can know, people can know if they want to rewind.
Mhm.
That's just in the case of someone opening the YouTube video and clicking it at random / ad nauseum.
Which is how you watch YouTube videos usually.
Usually, and I'd love to talk to you guys about
Like
some
a
subjects
3-year-old
that
on
I've
an
just
iPad.
learned about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just sort of clicking indiscriminately.
Photosynthesis is when plants are.
I'm so sorry for wasting 45 minutes.
I do have a wedding to plan. starting a job on Monday that I have to prep for. This is sort of not a great use of my time.
No, my point is that the proposal's already happened. Nobody can do anything to sour it. It's already sealed in wax. So like,
He's already soured it, so we don't want to know.
so let's hear it. That's why you don't want to tell the
No,
story.
It's
no.
been a soured story. But yeah, the story is that we were on the west side. We went to a beach. Proposal happened. Went to see my parents. Then ate a very nice sushi dinner in the valley.
Sushi note?
No, sushi bar.
Oh, that's
It
good.
was really good.
Yeah. Do you like sushi or is that what Amir likes?
Actually,
She hates sushi.
he went with Ben Schwartz before, and I got so insanely jealous.
Oh,
I kept
really?
being like, I love sushi. We don't go to this fancy sushi place, and I wouldn't stop talking about it. And then before the proposal, he finally made a reservation. I was like, how did you know?
That's sweet. Redemption arc.
So then it was a callback, if you will.
How did you feel on the day? Did you have reservations or had you guys already
the sushi
spoke?
place?
Sorry, just
Yeah.
1 second. I'm talking about Avital.
9:30 p.m.
Basically,
Pretty hard to get. You have to do it a month in advance, but
so is Avital.
omakase, of course. Trust me with the sushi.
Do you
Trust me.
omakase, Amir? Do you trust the chef with the rest of your life?
No.
That's true. That's the thing. It's like you're only her first husband. Does that make
This
sense?
is the practice one.
Exactly right. So
This is
that
my
you,
starter husband.
yeah, like you know when like you're in high school and you have a crush on that certain someone,
Yeah.
and then you're like, shit,
But I'm
I don't want to be a
40, I'm not
virgin.
really in high school anymore. I feel like my mind is made. This isn't like a passing fancy. Avital's not my first wife.
I was gonna say it's like
Wait, what?
follies.
Yeah.
Have you been married before?
Wait,
No.
wait, sorry. To who?
No.
It's not funny. It's like who are you married to?
Yeah, I can't believe you kept us all in the dark. This is really fucked
Oh,
up.
I just mean that there won't be a second.
That's not what that means.
That sounds like a threat.
No way. That's not a threat. I would never.
Casey, can you kind of just
Yeah.
back up and like analyze how you viewed that as a threat? Like, what about his body language? What about?
I think just
Notice
the
where-
sentence "there will not be a second" is
That's
feels
another hard
threatening.
line. Amir.
Yeah.
You gotta like
Crazy
yeah.
hard lines.
It's insane.
I'm saying if I die sometime during our marriage,
And we do hope.
Avital's not allowed to remarry, and that's written into the prenuptial.
Will you
agreement.
haunt us if I do?
I mean, play the song again. What is this?
I know this. What is it?
You're a music fan.
I am. What was it, like Neil Young or something? I couldn't tell. Was it?
Close enough.
What was it?
It was George Harrison.
Oh, of course.
You said play that song again. You didn't say which one.
I wanted to play the macabre.
He did say which one. He
horror
sort of sang it.
style wedding.
Mhm.
He went, "Da, na, 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 na," which sounded like dueling banjos a little bit the way you did it. But
We're-
Avital actually wanted a macabre wedding, Ready or Not style horror.
is that true?
yeah, I think my dream scenario would be more like Ready or Not. It would be really fun. You chase me through the woods with weapons. But I did get a little cake topper that's like very spooky. I mean, it's also October, so it would
Yeah.
be fun to go.
Is that going to be
party.
on the wedding cake or?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's like two. Yeah, I don't have a picture of it, or I would show you. But it's two corpses.
So you proposed on a beach.
There's
Santa
fun
Monica.
details, but I think it is. I don't know, vulnerable for other people.
Yeah,
maybe.
it's like an
Right.
We'll
All right,
talk
we'll move on.
offline.
If it's
Yeah.
other people, we'll move on. If it's
Yeah.
Avital or other people, we'll move on.
I guess one thing that I can say that's funny about it is that I've been having like crazy jaw issues. PSA, don't get a night guard if you don't need one. It ruined my life. But we were seeing like a TMJ expert and it was really stressful and trying to figure out what was going on. And I had said, maybe we can go to the beach after to kind of make it a nicer thing. And Amir was like, yes, which already was kind of weird that you were so ready to
Perfect.
go to the beach.
I love
after.
the beach.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah,
never been at the beach.
yeah, we don't go to the beach. And then he had already dropped Luke off with his cousin so that we would have the day.
The dog.
And I didn't,
Right.
I was like, oh, that's weird, but I didn't think anything about that. And then we go to the beach. I guess the funny detail without getting too into it is a family member had surgery and is talking about rectal bleeding and anal prolapse and all this stuff. And Amir's like, get off the phone. And I'm trying, and this is what's
sun
happening.
is like gradually setting.
And then finally I get off the phone. There's like this much sun left. And he's like, today's been such a good day. And I'm like, no, it hasn't. And then I'm like, oh, as soon as that happens. And he's like, I want every day to be this good. I'm like, okay. And then I like check and see that his hand is reaching for,
A gun.
yes. And then he threatened me and said,
You better marry me.
song.
I'm drawing a hard line
Yeah.
in the sand.
murder or engagement.
No hard
So,
line. Never.
in the literal
That's very
sand,
sweet, though. Wait, but it was after an orthodontist appointment?
It was after like a TMJ specialist appointment.
Got it.
We're past orthodontist at this point.
Yeah.
We were
Specialist.
next
yeah.
level.
Different
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah.
I've got a question, if I may.
Yes.
If I could
Yeah, of course.
get in
Sorry,
here.
it's yours to say yes. I can't decide.
Sure,
Does he
yeah,
get a
No, you know what?
question?
It's your week. It's your
Thank
day.
you.
Don't let
Yeah,
anyone take
Avital, may I ask
You
a
may.
question? It's more for Amir.
Oh, okay, great.
Did you write that line?
Today's
Was
been a great day.
so great.
No,
I wish every day would
I
be
wanted
great
to
or
sort of-
whatever.
Good. He didn't say great. He said good.
No, you don't know what I said. You really don't know what I said.
That's true.
That being said, I did say good.
Yeah.
No, I don't even remember saying that specifically, but I didn't pre-write it. No.
You just sort of winged it.
Yeah.
You
winged
spoke
and
from the
afraid.
heart.
Yeah.
And the heart said today was a good day.
Well, there were highlights before that.
Were
moment.
there?
Yeah, but those were in your hair, so it was just weird.
I was having a good hair day. Is what I meant.
What were the
Um,
highlights?
In my hair.
Do you remember any, or you're just trying to excuse your?
Oh no, I
winging?
remember some, but we'll talk offline.
Okay. Okay. Great. Yeah, that'll be
Um,
good for me to know.
That'll be
too.
on the Patreon.
Wedding
version of this
planning.
podcast.
Let's talk about it. I know how stressful that can be.
Yeah.
You do?
How many times have you been married?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
I just hear tell
Mm-hmm.
of the process being a nightmare.
We think
right?
it's easy.
It's so far so good.
No.
It seems like
stressful.
wait, it's really.
No, it's stressful.
Oh. I guess my
It's
first
okay.
question is
Don't
You
fuck
ca-
it.
obviously
Fuck the
can't
date.
say that.
Can you just bleep the date?
I'll
at
bleep
least?
all of this, but this is coming out on Friday.
We don't
it's-
have a security.
This
or,
is why,
you
yeah,
know.
this
What?
is-
No, there's no way because of liability insurance, right? And this is what I'm also worried about what happened last night. We'll talk after this, but general liability.
All
We have
of
that,
this
but
is
not
gone,
security.
for
We could still
sure.
get
All
murdered.
of that is
Yeah,
gone.
we can cut
yeah,
that.
cutting
That'll be-
just like I can't remember where we're gonna start cutting.
Yeah.
We
But we're gonna
chose the
pick it
Met
up from
Gala
now.
because we think it's incredibly beautiful and
Is it because
Natural
love-
History Museum, New
natural
York
wine at
City.
the wedding? In terms of, because you guys went to a different wedding at
Yeah.
that same venue, was that
Yeah.
the deciding factor?
it was really beautiful
Yeah.
and we loved it then. And
Well, there's a certain magic.
have you been there?
Don't
Have you been
say
to this
where
place?
it is.
Have you been to this place?
I have driven past.
Okay, but
I haven't
never
been
in.
inside. I'm unbelievably excited to
Oh,
just be at
good.
the wedding, the venue, and I'm
That's
also
really
excited to meet Avital's family, to see all my friends that are at the wedding,
Yeah.
and then so.
We've sat you
Anybody
with
else?
my brothers. Is that good?
Really?
hmm
Oof. I might look bad upon thee.
He might speak ill of me.
Oh.
No, is that true?
No, you're sequestered with Headgum people.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what Jake did, and it was
We're
a
trying
good
to
call.
keep you safe.
It was me and Nick Rad, and we were like floundering. We didn't know what to talk about.
Yeah. What did you land on?
Ultimately, like art sales.
Well, you're both in
That's
Cleveland.
nice.
Art sales?
And we didn't even put that together until
That would've been
before and then
helpful.
after the wedding,
Interesting.
right?
It
So we
should've
didn't
been on
talk
the
during.
cards.
Yeah.
Whereas, like talking points that you can have with
Yeah.
your seatmate.
It wasn't in the cards.
Very good.
Nice.
Very good.
No.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. We know.
So it's just that you had been to that place before?
Yeah, we. I remember thinking, like, for some reason that it would not be feasible.
Yeah.
And it is really hard at this place.
It's hard to get it.
They don't help you with anything. So this is like, even the people that got married there were kind of like, don't do it.
It's a borderline Airbnb situation.
Yeah. It's more used like, yeah, they just don't give you anything.
That's kind of crazy.
But it is so pretty. You'll see.
Yeah. So you've been? You got to do like a site visit? Or?
Yeah. And really from the wedding, having seen like how they pulled it off, we're like, okay, we can do it.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean my mom, who's doing most of the work.
And then let's talk about the wedding schedule because a lot of people do. you know-
Again, this is all coming out before the day.
Okay, so
I don't want
this
any
is coming
of the
out
details
Friday, October 13th. So if
Exactly.
you're listening to this episode, there's still time.
Yeah,
So
no, that's
make
what I,
it to
that's
the
what I
wedding?
to LA
dislike.
tonight,
No.
right? Be listening to this at
Again, this is all
Atlanta
all
airport.
things I don't want out there.
And then there's
the date, the
sort of a wedding.
location, the
There's
style
like a
of
welcome
venue.
drinks. There's like a welcome
it's
dinner.
all persona non happening.
Oh,
Of course
no.
not.
Who's going to
Of
be
course
there? Is
not
it all just the
usable.
hip young friends, or is
Of
the
course
family
Yeah.
not
too?
usable. Of course
Really?
not usable.
Then maybe we just release this next Friday.
Sure. But then I
Sure.
still don't want every single point of detail out there.
42
Are you ashamed of me?
Amir.
You can stay.
We'll bleep all of that.
Of course.
But how did you decide on the schedule? Like,
Well,
let's do it all in one. Let's get it like a one take situation. Let's do it all in.
sorry, as opposed to two weddings? Or
Sometimes I feel like there's like the legal thing, which only like friends and family
Oh, I see.
show up to, and then there's like a reception, and that's like friends.
I
and
have
family.
my family's all Orthodox, or my parents, and my best friend still is.
and they're
so
flying
it's
in
like,
from Miami. Sorry, Miami.
My what? They're,
Do you see
my
how
parents.
excited he gets about learning shit about you that he can use later? Just like a little, and they're flying in. Where are they coming from? And what are their names? Like little
was
fucking
a
things
perfect
he can
impression.
file away.
Not really.
Yes,
I thought that was
really.
like more jerky.
Speaking of more
Casey,
jerky,
why
can you
haven't
get us more jerky?
fucking chimed in a minute?
Because you're asking about details of their wedding.
And you don't have it memorized?
I get
No,
that.
no.
How are you going to shoot it if you don't know the backstory? You have to create a story.
You need a
I
narrative.
figured we'd have a meeting about it.
Mm.
Like
It's 2
day
days
of.
before. What do you
That's a
mean
good
meeting
idea.
about it? It's now.
This
This
is
is the meeting?
What's that?
This is the pre-meeting.
Yeah. Nice.
Thank you.
Are you talking about that Curb Your Enthusiasm episode?
Nope. Yeah. What do you talk
Do
about
have
now?
to take a break. We're gonna have to take a break.
Why?
Just for ads.
Oh.
This episode, I think, is brought to you by See the Thing Is.
Good to know.
Years ago, in 2020, 2021, I really wasn't sleeping well. I wasn't sleeping enough. The quality of my sleep kept getting interrupted. I kept waking up in the middle of the night. I couldn't understand why. And then I started taking a supplement routine. I started taking some vitamins, and that did help. But eventually that fizzled out because they were expensive and because I just couldn't bear taking like 15 pills every day. I would forget, or when I was traveling, I didn't want to take that many with me. It was inconvenient. But then I found AG1, and if you're a longtime listener, you know that I've been drinking AG1 by Athletic Greens for about 2 years now. And I get all the support and the immunity boosting qualities, the mental clarity things. It's really the mental clarity, which is the reason why I do it, that looks out for my health in one drink instead of 15 different pills and vitamins. That's because AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that supports your body's universal needs like gut optimization, stress management, and immune support. Since 2010, Athletic Greens' AG1 drink has led the future of foundational nutrition. It's a tongue twister. The future of foundational nutrition. Continuously refining their formula to create a smarter and better way to elevate your baseline health. That's really what it is. Every morning I wake up, I have a glass of water, and then I have my AG1, and then I have my coffee. And that's all I need to start the day feeling good, feeling like I have mental clarity and that I've cleared up some of the confusion of waking up and that I'm off to the races. That boosts my energy, everything. AG1 is the supplement I trust to provide the support my body needs daily, and that's why they've been a partner of ours for so long. If you want to take ownership of your health, it starts with AG1. I can't recommend it enough, guys. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/what's that? Again, that's drinkag1/what's that? Check it out. And we're back. Why that shirt?
I was trying to act like a supportive wife.
Honestly, it's kind of patinated in an interesting way. I feel like you see how that black is faded to gray? That's like what people want out of shirts.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, it is from
You might
2017.
want to, sorry, let me finish. You might want to crop it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Or just at least do a tie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Tie it up. I'm dressed for a walk because I'm trying
And
to.
the occasion.
And for the occasion.
And the job you want.
I did sleep in it, and then I thought, oh, this would be kind of nice to wear on the podcast.
Exactly right. I'm
so I
wearing my
did.
worst underwear today.
We
because
would
it's
never have
laundry
known
day. I know.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. What
um,
makes it the worst?
It's loose, it's thin, it's threadbare. It's like MeUndies from 5 years ago.
And you're also in
Understands?
like a very wrinkled suit.
Well, you know what? This, by the way, is this California cocktail enough for you guys? I don't know what that means. And so I brought it to see if this works. And then I'm going to get it pressed.
Yeah, you can pretty much wear any cool article of clothing. And
Yeah,
it'll
it's
fit
cool
right
with
in.
the little cropped pants, too.
Those aren't cropped pants. He just has very thin legs.
I don't know if we'll be able to.
Yeah.
Crop.
So
You sort of started that. Did you
Oh,
do
yeah,
it at
the
Jake's
short
wedding?
suit?
When did you do it?
The short suit I wore to. Did I do it to Jake's? No, I wore it to some wedding.
You did wear it to some wedding.
And people were complimenting, like, wow, that's smart because it's really hot out.
It was LeBron and then you.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Those were the two most
I think it was
influential
Pee Wee
fashion
Herman
people.
first.
Oh, that's
and then LeBron.
Pee Wee,
fair.
LeBron, and then me.
Yeah.
I forget what wedding I wore.
You were the
to.
third. I like
So
your
you-
glasses.
Thank you.
You're
Was it
welcome.
Sarah's?
So it's well, let's just move on.
Maybe.
We has to move on. Casey?
That's Pit Wall. It's a Pit Wall reference.
Got it.
I don't know what pet wall is.
Pit Wall. It's a Formula One podcast that we
Oh.
do here on the Headgum Network.
I know that because I've listened to every Headgum podcast.
Same as I.
Yeah.
Actually, Avital is starting a Pet Wall
If I were
spin-off
you.
podcast.
Pet Wall's good. I like Pet Wall.
I like that it sounds like Pet Sounds.
Yeah.
Pet Wall is
And that
a
the
Beach
podcast
Boys
also
podcast.
sounds like Pet
Oh,
Sounds.
that's great.
Yeah.
Then I would listen.
Yeah.
We need more Brian Wilson.
If I should never leave you, life will still go on.
Sorry, I've just been sitting here trying to figure this out without asking because I feel like it's a little rude. But I can't figure it out, so I'm just going to ask.
This is the first time you've reflected before asking a rude thing in 5 years. So I can't imagine how fucked up this question is going to be.
What's the why now of your nuptials?
Mm.
You know, in Hollywood, they're like, why this? Why now? Why are you the one to write this project? So why are you guys the one to write this story? And why now?
Do you remember the gun detail from the proposal?
So it's just that you feel threatened. Your life's on the line.
It
That's right.
had to be now. It had to be now.
That's good.
This is like a Hollywood exec meeting. Why you? Why now?
Yeah. Worst sound.
Who are you most dreading seeing at the wedding? And don't say Casey because he's here.
Who are you most dreading at the wedding?
Nice.
Ooh, good rhyme. Well, we obviously aren't going to answer that.
No, not honestly, but do you have one person?
I'll
that
bleep
you-
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess we're both thinking of the same person.
You think
but-
so?
Why did you invite
Yeah.
them then?
it was an accident.
Who?
I would have thought it was like maybe a family member, and you're like, okay, we
No,
have to invite
there
them,
was
but you
one
just
that-
accidentally
It's not
Is it
invited
a
coming.
friend
someone.
or a family member? I think I know who it is.
Do
You
you?
don't.
So it's not Goni.
An Israeli man I met 12 years
I
ago.
thought it was your cousin.
No, Goni's not my cousin.
Got it.
That's racist, actually.
Sorry about that.
To wear and endure.
Listen, we got to figure
Designed
some shit out. I don't know where this
The
sound is coming
highest
from.
precision.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
a nice
Wait, sorry.
pre-roll.
What was the rude one? Was it who are you?
Oh,
least-
just what's the why now? Because
Okay,
it
I
almost
see.
implies
That
that
was
you're
too
making a
rude.
mistake.
I see. Yeah, we are for sure.
Well, on that note, let's fucking figure. Feckin'. Casey's infecting me.
He's Irish.
Beautiful.
God forbid, right? I mean, obviously, you guys are going into this, considering the what ifs. And I just thought that we should really get all our ducks in the row, decide on what would happen in the event of separation down the line so that you can enjoy the wedding, so that you can enjoy the time to be together afterwards to have. Does that make sense? So I thought that we could craft a prenuptial agreement here, and then I have my my attorney's office. And she's a real attorney, and she's gonna have the whole thing notarized, ratified, signed, printed, inked by the next episode.
Wow, it's beautiful. We didn't end up doing any prenuptial stuff.
So this is
Really-
perfect.
This is tough because there's a lot of, first of all, it's like, I don't know how much it's worth in the future, but for now, Headgum has some value. And then for you, it's like you were basically the star of Fringe, right? So like, we're gonna, you have, I would say, this is gonna sound rude too. I feel like Avital has more upside.
I did also just get a job, and now I'm worried he's using me for my money.
I know. You just got staffed, right?
Yeah, he keeps telling me that I'm the breadwinner now.
We have to fucking figure this out. All right, so let's start this.
How about if in case of separation, for the avoidance of doubt,
Let's not say in case. Let's say when
we
separation.
separate
Yeah.
just to be safe, so we know
Sure.
you're not using me for my money.
Mhm.
I keep all my money and I keep all of your money.
I love this.
Isn't
I
that
really
good?
love this. We'll
Thank
get
you.
more into that because I have line items here.
That's good.
So these are contract points set forth by contractscarousel.com, which I think is the sort of like unabashed leader in prenuptial agreement discussions.
Mm.
And I just want to make sure that you guys know what you're getting into here. I mean, marriage is a big deal. I know that you guys own a home, but this is harder than that, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't get into an argument with a house.
Right. That's right.
But what would that look like?
I probably could get into. You hear me yelling at my phone. I could probably get mad at the house similarly.
I don't feel considered. Yelling at a door jam.
I'm not above it.
No, but I'm serious. I mean, like, I feel like your career has more heat around it.
Oh, okay.
Amir, you're sort of on ice. So I just think that it's much more realistic that Avital is going to come into a large sum of money over the next decade than it is Amir. And don't say, oh, I own 30% of Headgum and there's like investors.
It's
This
my
shit's gonna go
30%
belly
now.
up.
I don't
Exactly
own
right.
30% of
Well,
it.
then let's sign the prenup.
What percentage do you own?
Again, all
Less
very, very
than
private
30?
information.
Oh, he gave. So I'm not going to comment. Financial disclosures.
Yeah.
So according to Contracts Carousel. Sorry, now you got me saying it, Casey. One of the
He hasn't
most.
said anything in 35 minutes.
And I appreciate you being here. I called Casey last. I texted
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the story?
Sure. It's a great story. Jeff said, can anybody do the Headgum podcast tomorrow morning? Specifically, are you going to be in the office tomorrow? And I
can.
said, no, but I can be.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, great. See you
Yeah.
tomorrow.
It was
Sorry,
fake.
we're running out of time.
Yeah, and now I'm here, and he's only asking you guys about your wedding.
Yes,
And I'm like,
exactly.
okay, great.
Yeah.
One of
cool.
the most
You add to
significant
the atmosphere.
provisions
I hope.
Yeah.
It's somehow a
you
waste
do.
of all of our
in a
time.
prenuptial agreement is the need for both parties to declare their financial assets and liabilities completely, right? So it compromises bank accounts, investments, real estate, debts, and other financial obligations. And without this provision, the agreement may be invalid if it's later found that one party was dishonest about their economic situation.
Is this a good time to tell you that Amir has a real gambling problem and is severely in debt?
We are going to get to that. We
Okay.
actually are going to get to
Great.
Not in debt.
that. Avital, you can send this in an email. Amir, let's hear it.
What?
Oh, financial disclosures entirely.
Avital can send it in an email, but Amir, let's hear it.
Well, we don't have time for both of you guys to disclose your
Yeah.
finances, so Avital will handle later.
Yeah.
Amir, let's hear your financial information verbatim,
Let's hear it.
line by line.
Soup to nuts.
Let's go. Think
Start
about
with
the
a checking account.
bank account. Yeah, where are you at, Chase? JP Morgan or B of A? B of A probably because the closest branch is.
You know, you've said that before.
Do you want to give our address out? I think that would help.
We've done it before. Los Angeles, California, 903.
It's easy. Why do you know anything? I'm telling you, he's a fucking squirrel, and he takes these
texting
little
Amir.
nuts of
I
data
said,
and
hey,
he hoards
what
them for
if
the
I rent
winter.
your garage unit, your duplex unit. He said there is none.
And then you memorized the address.
No, he memorized it way before
You
that.
didn't even look at notes or anything.
No,
You
he has it off the top of his head.
Anytime someone gets hired at Headgum, Jeff's first thing is to figure out what
Where they
their
live.
address is and
You know
memorize.
Casey's address?
I think it's. I don't know verbatim, but it's on Ingradale.
Ingradale?
I know that's close.
Not a real street.
That's the one thing you bleep.
Investments. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm invested in like stocks and mutual funds and stuff.
Doge. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now the only thing you're invested in is this marriage and nothing
Wow.
else.
Yes, thank you.
We did already handle real estate. You don't have any vacation rentals. You don't have any timeshares.
Yeah, no. No timeshares.
Condos, Skylar Gizondos. That's a timeshare with Skylar Gizondo.
Do you know who that
Marika's
is?
gonna love
No.
that.
Mhm.
I know the name actually, but I couldn't tell you why.
You don't
Is that a
have it.
Broadway person? Is that why
I
you
think
said
he might
Marika
have done
would?
Broadway, but he was in like We're the Millers or something.
Okay.
You guys don't have.
Oh,
You know him. That's awesome.
that's
There
the
you
only
go.
reason I was like, I just read
That's
up on this
crazy.
person. That is
What show is
actually
it?
pretty
Is it-
nuts.
Can't say.
I don't think I can say.
As her lawyer, no.
It's not. Yeah, that's funny. Will you maybe
guys
bleep
don't
that
have, like, a
in case I'm not supposed to say it?
yeah, I'll cut that out.
Okay, thank
because I
you.
also avoided an NDA just then.
Okay. Did you?
This episode's so far 91 seconds long.
How did you do that?
Because he said
Are
another
they bringing back?
show.
He said what? He said what?
Just another show he's not supposed to.
Oh, why?
You guys
He-
don't have like
he
a fucking
auditioned
beach
for a
house or a
voice.
beach condo? You know, the Paradise Cove, you can get one for like $125,000. I know you can afford that. And don't say you don't know anything. I know you can afford that.
All of our money is in the wedding.
Student debt,
which
or
is so dumb. No.
student debt.
Why are you worried right now? You're concerned.
I'm
Just
trying to figure
relax.
shit out because I don't want you guys to end up split at all. And then if you do it, I want the finances to just go to Amir.
Why does it matter for you?
Because, dude, I'm gonna have to see both of them afterwards, and I don't want to have to pick up the pieces emotionally.
You think Avital will go to you in the case of a separation?
Also, you were pushing for the separation. You said not if, but when.
Forget it. Forget it. Let's move on to division of property. Another common term in a prenuptial agreement is how the couple's assets will be divided in the event of a divorce. In some circumstances, the prenup may define that a certain asset will stay separate property and not be subject to a division in divorce.
Yeah, the
Thoughts?
timeshare.
So the eventual timeshare. Yeah,
we don't have a timeshare.
But the eventual one, because I know you can afford it.
If we get a timeshare, then Avital can have it.
Thank you.
That's a huge win for you.
Oh,
All right,
that's
moving on to
big.
debt obligations.
Thank
Debt
you.
obligations. Prenups can address debt obligations, including those responsible for any debt incurred during the marriage. Credit card debt, mortgage payments, and other financial obligations may be included. Without a provision in the prenup, the couple may have to rely on state laws to determine who is responsible for paying off the debt. Here's going to be kind of a problem if one of you guys has a ton of debt and the other one doesn't. California, common law marriage, right? Common law state. So that's going to be 50-50 unless you have this agreement in before Sunday, right? So that's the urgency.
Yeah, we don't have debt.
I didn't go to school. I'm
Really?
uneducated, so I have no
Shit
student
ass.
debt.
Okay.
I went to public university in
Berkeley,
2005,
yeah.
so it was like $4,000 a
Some
year.
people
Very
went to
affordable.
UCB, as in upright citizens. You went to UCB, Berkeley.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a mic drop.
All right.
Any skeletons in your guys' closet, or
Literal or?
financial, or maybe any? So, but you said no student debt. You said no. You have a mortgage. That's kind of considerable debt. You're only 8 years into that, so that's 22 years of debt. And don't say that the monthly payments go down marginally every month that you pay off the principal. I really don't think so, because I think you might have done interest only for the first 7 to 10 years, right?
You think that?
Any Amex cards?
You think you know about like the
Loan
initial
terms?
agreement to the
correct me
mortgage?
if I'm wrong. Did you do a 15-year? I don't think so. Did you do 5-year ARM? I doubt it.
For someone who rents, you know too much about owning property.
I'm trying to figure this shit out. Are you with? I don't know. Forget this. Spousal support, aka alimony. What are we thinking?
I keep Luke, and then you pay to keep him in that high life forever.
He's a tiny prince, a small dictator of sorts, and he's a very expensive king
Yeah.
that we have to sort of
He
prop up.
dines on ribeye only.
You know the
American
story.
Wagyu or Japanese A5?
A5,
Japanese, yeah.
Marble.
The marbling is unbelievable.
And he doesn't let us even smell it.
Inheritance rights. Prenuptial agreements can also address inheritance rights.
Inheritance rights. A sing-songy voice about what? Our parents passing away?
Casey, can you hit the whoa?
No, that's the dad, right?
Can you fire his ass?
No.
Got it.
Yeah, it's in my contract. He can't fire me.
Yeah. You said that like my pillow.
Well, yeah, we went on mycontract.com.
Or whatever this one is.
I'll copy you. That looks good.
Prenuptial agreements can also address inheritance rights, including how the couple's assets will be distributed upon one spouse's death, not parents.
Okay.
So,
So you mean if I die?
I get everything.
if I die. If I die and I die. So you basically
die is
run
financial
so
district.
fast into the Wall Street bull
Thank
that
you.
you're gone.
Yeah.
Based just on physical
go?
appearance, I feel like this one is only relevant to how Avital's life will be post Blumenfeld. But what's the plan here, guys?
For what?
I said based just on physical appearance.
Yeah.
You're the only one who will have to deal with a death
Oh, I see.
because he's kind of
ancient.
knocking on death's door.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the plan?
It's nice that he's alive, but
Yeah.
I guess if he dies, it's good that I'll have everything.
I get that. Are you splitting it? But is it all going to her, or is
Yes.
some of it going to me? Or
It would never go to you.
I feel like, but in a
Don't
way,
die. I
you know,
don't want
because
you
like
to
you know
die.
when you like walk behind somebody.
I was being Josh, but then I felt a little bad.
See, this is the difference between you sociopath. You'll joke about anything, and Avital, who has a kind heart. She doesn't. She feels
Oh no,
bad.
I'm just
even
worried
she-
about the people on YouTube thinking I'm a monster. So
She's worried about the ad revenue. This getting flagged as
Yeah.
threatening
the
content.
court
Yeah.
of public opinion for
yes,
sure.
I'll be hanged and quartered for that. so.
Last one's business interests. Avital, do you own a business?
No.
Okay, so we don't have anything to worry about because it's just Headgum, you know, and that's going to be belly up in the next 5 years, right? Probably by New Year's.
But one day I will start a business and it will be a competing podcast network and it will put Headgum under. So I'll get there. Thank you.
Let's hear that.
Oh. I'll call it butt gum.
Welcome to the Geoff Lee Wed game.
Why am I here?
Casey, moral
like
support,
it.
and I think it's fun to have you here.
All right, yeah, I'll take that.
You can also say that for any episode you've been on. Why are any of us ever here?
Let's say hi to our lovely couple. Introduce yourselves.
Hey, my name is Amir Blumenfeld. I'm from Los Angeles.
Next.
Yeah, no.
This is the Geoff Lee Wed game. It's the newlywed game with a twist, and you'll find out the twist later.
Later.
Oh, Anya! Now Anya's here. Now Anya said she could make it. I begged her to come on this episode. Hey, Anya!
Nobody's there.
All right. This is the Geoff Lee Wed game. It's basically like the newlywed game with the twist.
Maybe it
with
was
a little
you
bit of
all
zest.
along.
Avital, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the room and then we'll scream for you to come back in. All right. This is just for this is exactly like the newlywed game. So have some water, have a seltzer. Really? Yeah. Just for like 3 minutes. Just for 3 minutes.
Feet up on the table. But
Yeah, now you have
And
to
we'll call you back in, and
put
then
the
Amir will go out.
headphones off,
Does that make
put 'em
sense?
back
This is
on.
basically how well do you guys know each other, and how strong is the union, right?
Yeah.
So we'll literally scream a blood curdling scream at the top of our lungs for you to come
I'll
back.
finally get the ready or not wedding.
Exactly right. All right, Amir.
Yeah.
Why? These are just questions for you.
This is how I think she'll respond.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, it's also about what you think.
Mm.
It's a little bit different than the newlywed game. It's the Geoff Lee Wed game. Why would your spouse say that she is the better catch?
She's younger and more attractive than me.
Do you understand that the reason your spouse has never really shelled out for an expensive birthday gift is that you're not worth the price?
No, I don't think that.
What is your spouse's guilty pleasure? You?
No, my spouse's guilty pleasure is.
You can refer to her by name, can't you?
This is not on the newlywed game because there's
Oh.
usually multiple participants.
Well, this is the Geoff Lee Wed game.
Okay, that's true.
She likes sweets, I guess, candies, and
What's your favorite candy?
she's more of a pastry woman, like
So not
cookies, and can't have like anything sweet in the house.
Your spouse takes your hand and pulls you to the dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
She leans in and tells you, "This song reminds me of you." Why is that song just the sounds of non-anesthetic oral surgery?
Why is it that?
They asked that on the Newlywed Game?
No, this is the
I
Geoff
asked that on the Geoff Lee
game.
Wed
Oh,
game. Do you want me to
then, sure.
rephrase?
It would be a different song. It wouldn't be that.
Why is that song just the sounds of non-anesthetic oral surgery?
Because she thinks I have nice teeth.
All right. Thank you so much, Amir. We're going to have to ask you to pop out and grab Avital and bring her back in for her
Okay, we're doing both?
Yep. Fast. Overlapping dialogue, obviously, and then also you getting up and leaving the room quickly, swiftly.
Yeah.
How's your heart? How's your love life?
Oh.
First you want me, then you don't. I can hear there's music playing.
Yeah, there's
already,
music.
even before putting this on.
Welcome back
There's
to the
music.
Thank you so
show.
much.
We didn't talk about
Avital.
anything in the meantime.
Really?
Yeah.
That's me. I'm here.
All right. So questions for Avital. What did your spouse, or sorry, Why did your spouse wear Merrell's on the first date? Or did he just have Merrell wearing energy?
I don't know what Merrells are.
Do you want to pull up a photo of Merrell's and then I'll ask the next question?
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, I don't know what it is either.
You don't either.
People under 30 will love that.
Great.
Your spouse has the day off.
How do you spell it?
Merrell.
Amir's taking a photo of us.
All right. Your spouse has the day off and an empty house. Why does your spouse...
Are they shoes?
Yeah.
Let's see them. Oh, yeah. These are ugly.
Can you show it to camera one?
Which one is?
I'll put it in a lower third. Your spouse has the day
Okay, we're
off.
rescheduling for Monday morning anyway, says Gabrus.
Oh, okay, great.
Your spouse has the day off and an empty house.
Mhm.
Why does your spouse spend the day bad?
Spend it bad.
Yes.
Because he's bad.
Got it. I know this is like asking.
He had to leave for this?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
I know this is like asking like which viral disease is your favorite, but what was your best date with Amir?
Did you ask him this question too?
Different questions
Great.
entirely.
Ooh. Oh, I feel like I need an answer faster, but now I'm really thinking about it and I don't. None of them have been. No. There was a day that we went to the Descanso Gardens that was really fun.
When was that? Approximately what year?
5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. We don't go on dates anymore. We don't like each other anymore. No, we.
Never stop. This is my best advice for
Never
married couples.
stop
Never
dating.
stop dating your wife.
That's right.
Mhm.
I'll never stop dating my wife.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's bring Amir back in. Amir!
Put us on chairs. Let's just do the thing.
Fucking sit, man. Wasted airtime. Come on.
You like me.
Well, wait. Let's see how you answered these questions first before I commit.
It's the Geoff Leewed game. It's not the newlywed game. So you guys aren't privy to that information to incentivize you to listen to the episode, right? To get those two impressions. Those two ad
So you're not going to
impressions.
say them right now.
Well, I want to make sure that See the Thing is getting their ad package. You know, their money's worth. So you have to listen to the episode if you want to listen to what they said. All right, here we go.
I could also ask you on the way home.
Yeah, right now.
What did you say?
Yeah.
All right, time to play Most Likely To. All right. Casey, you're the judge. Let's bring you in on this.
All right.
Basically, you have to judge if they're lying or not.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Lightning round, really. Most likely to accidentally find a portal to another dimension.
I
You
guess
have
I'll
to
be tall.
say it
Me.
audibly
Oh, right,
for the
'cause
audio listeners.
Yeah, I'll be tall.
Okay, sorry, Casey.
I don't think she's lying.
Great.
Thank you.
What about Amir?
And Amir said Avital?
Yeah.
I do think he is lying.
Oh!
How does that make
Holy shit!
Because it's
Wow.
the truth as we know it.
Because I think Amir thinks he'll find the portal, but he said you would.
Interesting. I think you think I would.
Yeah. I'm just guessing.
Because he wouldn't be open to it. He would be like, that's not anything.
yeah,
he'd
be
ask
too
you about it.
skeptical.
Here
Yeah.
we go. Okay, right. Most likely to drive his Mazda into a deer.
Probably me because I have the Mazda.
Amir. Because
Casey?
I love deer.
Yeah, Amir's telling the truth.
Holy shit. Okay. Most likely to miss their flight because they packed at the last minute.
Definitely I'll be tall.
Definitely me.
Casey?
I'm like an acquaintance to Avital, but they seem confident. I'll say they're telling the truth.
For sure. All right. Most likely to get high to numb his emotions surrounding Jake's sold out NAD pod at Carnegie Hall.
The first part was Avital. The second part was me.
What's that?
Most likely to get high to numb out is Avital. The specific
That's right.
Jake on NADPod would be me. She
It's
doesn't
only the
care
full
about.
question, so let's hear that second part.
So I guess
Do
me.
you want me to repeat it?
No, I guess me then.
Most likely to
still
get
think not
high
you.
to numb his jealousy
I think that's
of
still
Jake.
more likely me.
Really?
Yeah, because Jake and I have
Sure.
shared in how
Impacts.
little Amir gets jealous. Like we have more heightened emotions. We are more
Right.
likely to be jealous overall than Amir or Jill.
Is
Or
that
Jill
because
maybe
you're
masks
at
it.
peace with yourself, Amir, or is that because you don't feel anything?
Yes.
That's
Got
a question for our therapist, I guess.
You're not in singular therapy?
I was, and then I stopped going.
Sounds like my dad.
Why?
He might be your dad.
Most likely,
I'm old
Have
enough
we
to
ruled
be.
it out?
most likely to clap when the plane lands.
Neither of us.
Really?
Yeah. I was clapping now,
Yeah.
but not when the plane lands.
All right. Most likely to have to bust.
She's telling the
Didn't
truth.
ask, yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Casey. What do you think? Telling the truth.
She's telling the truth, yeah.
Most
you.
likely to busk outside the sphere after he lost his last 60 grand playing Keno in Vegas.
Amir.
That's me. I love Vegas.
That's right.
Casey.
True.
True. And then the last one, most likely to get kind of too drunk at the wedding. I'm
We're
going to
both not
say
big
Casey.
drinkers. Yeah.
Casey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
I would say I'm more likely than you, but probably neither of us will.
Yeah.
Did we win?
You definitely won, and your prize is that I don't know. Your prize is that I won't dox the wedding. I'll bleep
really
everything
nice.
out, or I'll
Yeah.
release this next week. You're welcome.
Thank you. What are you most excited about for the wedding?
For the wedding or for your entire marriage?
Both.
For the wedding.
And for our entire I want the marriage one.
For the wedding, I am really excited to be at that wedding venue, and then I'm excited to see like Marika and Jake.
Okay.
Cool.
And
You don't-
love is love is love is love is love. So I'm also.
What about my
excited.
dress? You don't give a shit?
He really doesn't care about your dress. it
Wow.
seems.
I'm excited.
Unbelievable.
What kind of cake is it? Is it the vanilla almond classic?
There's going to be more than one cake.
Whoa.
None of them are
That's
like
exciting.
traditional wedding cakes, but there'll be several normal cakes.
Avital's
Melted
pretty
ice
hands
cream.
off for planning the wedding except for the cake.
That's exactly right.
She's
I
like,
love
all
cake.
I care about is the cake.
Yeah, that's true. And the music. Cared a lot about the music.
Yeah.
And we'll be playing Cake by the Ocean.
Nice.
Thank you. And a long cake.
Nice. No, I am really
cake.
excited. I love weddings. I haven't been to one since Jake's, so this is
You
really
haven't been
fun.
to a cake since Jake's?
I said I'm excited for the wedding.
Oh, sorry.
And what are you most excited about for the marriage?
Probably the linking and building of it all. I mean, I want to see how this brings you guys together financially, mostly.
Yes, you
Are you gonna
very
see that?
concerned about the finances.
How will you see it?
I'll probably.
Break into
Do it.
our bank accounts?
Jeff will be a guarantor on our joint savings.
I was gonna
account.
say a trust store. So, because here's the thing: did you guys buy your house through a trust, or is it in your name?
Plugs.
Plugs. What do you guys have going on? Other than the obvious, do you want to plug the wedding? It seems like you want to keep everything under wraps.
Yes, we do.
Right? Yes, so don't plug it.
You can still watch Passover.gay because Jeffrey and Amir are both in it.
Oh, that's good.
I
Passover.gay.
blacked out during the filming of that. I don't remember what I said because it was improvised.
Yeah.
I know that the show was good, but was my episode fine?
Yeah.
It was a semi-scripted web series
Yes.
starring Avital.
People
It
really
used
like
to be
it.
called
Co-starring
Antisocial
Geoff.
Distance.
That's
Now
right.
It's Passover.gay.
That's right.
That's the URL /
Title.
borderline new title.
exactly right.
Antisocial distance I found really annoying to type and also, frankly, not as punchy as
Passover.gay.
Passover.gay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly
That's
right.
good.
Casey, what
And
was
that's
that?
the link.
I said Passover.gay is good.
And let's hear your plugs.
Passover.gay.
Is good.
Let's hear your plugs, Casey.
Pitwall podcast.
Yep.
I don't know when this episode comes out. I know
This Friday, ideally.
This Friday?
Either ideally this Friday or next Friday.
Okay. Well, we just had Riley on the show.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I-
Jeff was going to be there, but he slept through it.
Is
Not
that
on
true?
purpose. Not on
What time
Wow.
is it?
purpose. My phone was plugged in with an alarm.
Another
to wake
plug.
Up.
Yeah.
And punctal plugs. Don't you have those?
I do. Well, not at the moment. I actually, Dr. Arthur Benjamin, who I sent you to
Yeah.
once, needs to plug me.
Oh, plug it up.
My doctor needs to plug me.
Punctal or otherwise.
Butt and punctal, my two
Nice.
favorite plugs.
And the eye doctor does the butt.
Exactly right. The punctal
Also,
is my partner.
I think because you mentioned that I was the star of the Fringe, I'm
Sure.
going to hopefully, after this job ends, tour it again. So go if you would like
That'd
to
be
go
sick.
to
I would love
avitalash.com.
to go see
Yeah,
it if you do it in
please.
LA. I heard that it was good.
From who?
Friends of mine saw it who were at Fringe. I don't know if
Oh.
they said hi to you or not, but yeah.
That's cool.
But
also,
they said
yeah,
it was
see it.
dark, but
It's
that it was
very
good.
dark.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But
But if you go to avitalash.com, I'm just trying to actually get that plug in, then there'll be dates and updates. So sign up for the email list.
nice.
Sorry, I feel like I took the plugs too seriously.
No, you should. That's the only part of this that's worthwhile for you. Amir?
Follow me on Instagram. I'm at Avitalash.
Nice.
So you can see all the
Nice,
photos.
nice.
And
What
stuff
a
like
sweet.
You're keeping your name.
Yeah. I'm pushing for him to take mine, but
Amir Ash. I don't mind that.
right?
It
Right?
sounds like a small rash, though.
Amir Ash?
A mere rash.
It's a mirror rash.
But
it's
it
just a
isn't
small
pretty good.
amount of
Rash.
eczema.
Yeah.
But you don't hear it till he says it that way. Amir Ash makes sense.
You
don't
don't
say
hear it
Amir
until
Rash.
I say it. Yeah.
I do think
but
Amir
you-
Ash sounds like a cooler guy.
Thank you.
Ash is a
Then you.
cooler last name than Blumenfeld, for
For sure.
Mhm.
Yep.
But
But you dragged the
fact
R
that it
in a way
ends-
that nobody
my
would say
name
it.
ends with an R.
But you say Amir Rash, but it's not Amir Rash, it's Amir Ash.
Amir Ash.
what
Amir
about
Ash.
because your brother
Take it.
They did a portmanteau, him and his wife, right? It became Blue
Oh,
and
yeah,
Rose.
yeah. They changed their last name.
So
You don't
what
have
about
to say what it is.
Ash.
Ashenfeld?
Mm.
Yeah.
Then we lose everything that's good about Ash.
What
Yeah.
about blooming
Jewish.
rash?
You're obviously not taking this seriously.
If you can't even take a plug section seriously,
I
how are you
mean-
going to take the vows?
That's right.
You'll be there and find out IRL. Cut.
That was a Headgum original.